Hello, family. So today, y'all, that ain't nothing but a mess. Hold on, y'all. Gotta pick my cards up. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. You know? That is how I feel right now. Because how did all these cards fall out the bed? But you know how, y'all, I got like 1,000 different decks. And when I picked my bag up, they went flying. I feel like I may need the other cards that done fell. So I'm gonna have to get them up right now. So y'all don't have to bear with me. But we are literally going to we are literally going to read on all the lawsuits. Hello, darling. Could you please hand me those? I'm so happy that you're here.
How did this happen?
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now it's $50 off per person. That's $200 for 4 people, okay?
I keep going back to sleep.
That's my whole explanation that medicine probably make you sleep.
It don't hurt as bad now as it was hurting before.
Oh, I know. I did pizza, so
I'm just gonna keep eating my soup. But can you order me a grilled cheese with it?
Or could I make you a grilled cheese?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I can make a grilled cheese.
Yeah, you can make it. I just want a grilled cheese with it.
Oh, but you know what? I may order you a grilled cheese when I get my Zaxby's.
Oh yeah, okay. Yep, that's the exact grilled cheese I was talking about too.
I should have known.
Happy birthday to my number.
Oh my god. Hand me them 2 pink cards. I need them. I'm sorry, y'all. It's me and Naya in here playing, and I'm on live. Okay. Is everybody doing all right? Is everybody doing all right? We is finna get into it. So we're gonna do all of the Rock Nation cases that are currently open that I am aware of. That includes Meg the Stallion against Amelio. That includes Meg the Stallion against Malagro. That includes Demory Hatley against Desiree Perez. And that includes Ramir Satwave against Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Okay? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. What was you about to ask me before I get started? Just about the grilled cheese?
Mm-hmm. I'm about to go get in the shower. Here you go.
Okay. Your brother's going to the mall. The babies is downstairs with Jada and Chastity on babysitting duty.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with them. They think I'm gonna go downtown with them. No, I don't feel like it.
Okay. But yeah, so like I said, I'm glad y'all is here. What about Klay Thompson? I will do a quick pull on Klay Thompson and Meg the Stallion's relationship. I don't really fuck with her like that, but I will do a quick pull at the end on the whole Klay Thompson Meg the Stallion relationship. Okay, I definitely can hear Samir. I don't know if y'all can hear him. He down there throwing attention because I'm not there. So yeah. Okay. I bought one of them little things that you slide under the door so like the smell don't get out. No, all that. Okay, all that. So we're going to get started. Okay, we're gonna get started. So which case we starting first? Which case we start? Which one y'all want to start with? Cause we got a lot to cover in about 30 minutes. I only got babysitters for 37 minutes. I only got they're on babysitting duty till 7. Okay? We're going to start with Ramir first. I wanted to start with Ramir first, but I just want to see what everybody says. Let's just see. Oh, you can't hear him. Oh, baby, he down there showing out. He down there showing out. Okay, I think we're going to start with Ramir first. Y'all, okay, let me tell y'all something so crazy. I did some spiritual work, right, for somebody. Look at what happened doing some hexing and removing. Y'all, this looked like a big-ass burn mark on the side of my face. That's the shit that I be in here dealing with for y'all. You know? Look, 111 in the chat. But yeah, I did some unhexing work, and it was a doozy. It was a doozy. And yeah, got assaulted. Great. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that, because I like to show y'all the ins and outs of spirituality. You know, people will tell you that they're doing work for you, but they don't tell you when other people have did things to other people, and honey, them spirits be coming in here fighting. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you how you will get a burn mark across your face because you went here doing spiritual work and trying to get things together and sit. They don't tell you that. They don't say I'm great. It's just a spiritual thing. I honestly didn't even feel it, but the morning that I got up from doing the work, it was there, and I had a conversation with a spirit in my dreams, and so I kind of knew where it came from and what it was about. But this person was really doing some really dark things on this particular person, and I had to, and I'm talking about like death things. So I had to go in and give it some straightening, okay? And I done got bruised up. So if you see me turn around and you see that burn mark, it is from a spiritual fight. Nothing more, nothing less, right? Because somebody was putting death on this girl, and so I had to get her together. And the spirits were very, very vicious, okay? But anyways, let's get started. I'm so excited. Okay, so the first things first, and I'm not gonna read, I'm not going to read the comments. I'm actually gonna cut y'all comments off, so y'all will be able to see y'all comments, but I won't be able to see y'all comments because y'all know when I tap into stuff like this, I want to make sure that we are locked all the way in, and we're gonna go from there. So let me just remove this. Let me see if it's a way that I can do it. Shunji, you'll have to text me for that. I don't have it on my site. I don't want people buying unnecessary work. Hey, Therese. Okay, so first things first. Is Ramir Satwave, Sean Carter, known as Jay-Z, is Ramir Satwave Jay-Z's son? I gotta guess. I gotta guess that this is his son. And if we doing the best out of 3, I got 2 yeses and 1 no. I gotta guess that this is Jay-Z's son. Okay? Does Jay-Z remember Ramir's mother, Wanda? He somewhat has a recollection of her. It's like Jay-Z has painted this illusion of himself in his mind that he feels like he doesn't really have a past to him. Like, he lives in an illusion. To him, he does not have a past. Like, he's erased his past, if that makes sense to y'all. Does Ramir only want money from Jay-Z? So he wants a resolution, right? He got the Four Swords, because I want to be clear for some of my people that are tapped in and do tarot. I got the Four Swords, meaning that he wants some type of recuperation and renewal. But it just, to me, I love you too, Lay. To me, it's just he wants some type of closure. I already initially felt that, but it's almost like he wants emotional recuperation. He feels like he is fighting a uphill battle, and he wants a resolution. He wants a resolution. He wants this to come to an end. Okay? So I don't get that he wants money. Does Ramir want a relationship with Jay-Z at this point? I got the Two of Swords, which talks about difficult decisions, talks about weighing its options. It's like, maybe I once wanted a relationship with you, but at this point, I don't really know what I want from you. I just want a resolution. I did get the Three of Cups as a follow-up, meaning that he wants to be acknowledged, celebrated. He wants to have some type of relationship, some type of friendship at most from Jay-Z. Okay? Is Ramir crazy? So I got the Six of Swords, and this just talks about him releasing baggage, making a transition, but that means no. Let me just say that. So no, he's not crazy. He is in a transition, a change. He's ready to leave this situation behind him. He's ready to move on from this situation. He wants to release the baggage. But then I got the Nine of Wands following up, talking about him being courageous and persistent and resilient, and him putting out his boundaries of what he feels needs to happen. It talks about him following his intuition, because I got the High Priestess. It talks about him following his intuition and his subconscious pushing him to continue this fight and this hard work and productivity, because the reason I say that is the Knight of Pentacles follows up, which talks about hard work and being persistent. So his subconscious, his intuition, his spiritual side is what's pushing him to fight this fight. He does feel weary. He does feel like he should give up. He wants to. He's had moments where he feels that he should. But these cards are saying that he is going to be persistent. Let's get to Miss Carter herself. In spirit, you know that I do not mean any harm to anybody. When I'm pulling these cards, we're not slandering or anything like that. We're uplifting people for the greatest good and wishing them the best, okay? Before we get into talking about Beyonce, we're uplifting. We're wishing these people the best. We're not wishing them harm, hurt, or danger. We don't want to expose anything nasty, but we want honesty and truth and clarity, okay? What does Beyonce feel about Ramir? The cards is very loose, my name, y'all. She wants clarity. she has a lot of, she's looking at Jay-Z as him having a lot of secrets, him concealing things. The card of pride came out, speaking to her ego and her arrogance, or his ego, Jay-Z's ego and arrogance. But she thinks about the passion that Ramir is showing, which makes her want the truth. She wants the truth. Beyonce wants to know what's true and what's not. She's questioning a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, just to pause right here, I really did feel that Beyonce has been side hit with a lot of these things that are coming out, right? I feel like she's known about certain things, but I feel like a lot of stuff that's hitting the media, she's being side hit, right? She wants to know the truth at this point. Like, maybe when this first started happening, you know, it wasn't so publicized, right? So him shunning Ramir away and making it go away in the beginning, because this started 2010, 2011. He shunned Ramir away, okay? He ended up getting rid of it. It wasn't nothing public till recently. So she's being surprised with this coming back up because she probably thought it was handled. Just because they was trying to serve him don't mean that she was knowledgeable about it. If you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? They can't serve her to serve him. You feel me? So, I feel like she's kind of surprised about everything that's coming out in regards to this, okay? How does Ramir feel about Jay-Z? He wants the truth too, but he doesn't want it public. He wants this to be like a private thing. He doesn't want this public, but he does want to know the truth. And the stress card came out speaking about the tensions and the stress of this entire situation, but he does want to know if this is his son. He does want to know. He does. What will happen with Ramir's case? He did withdraw his case today. Okay. What's going to happen with Ramir's case? Ooh, child. The Wheel of Fortune jumped out, baby. The Wheel of Fortune jumped out, baby. 3 more cards, the spirits say. Hold on now. Hold on now. You wait a damn minute. You wait a damn minute, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune jumped out, which talks about it will move forward. This is talking about inevitable fate will happen. There will be ups and downs. There is some unpredictability to it. However, it's followed up by the 7 of Pentacles, meaning there will be some type of long-term view and there will be sustainable results. Okay, that means that the results will more than likely be in Ramir's favor. I got the 5 of Pentacles upside down, which talks about him getting recovery from financial loss, spiritual poverty, and improvement. Okay, and then I feel that Ramir will go off to be by himself because I got the Hermit card, which means that he will disappear. Once this case is resolved, and I do feel that it will go in his favor in whatever way that is, whatever way that he's petitioning the courts, it's going to go in Ramir's favor, okay? And he will disappear. He will go into solitude, okay? Yeah, somebody asked a good question earlier. Okay, somebody asked a really good question. Oh, somebody asked, was he paid off? I don't feel so, but we gonna see. Him withdrawing the case was because he did say why he withdrew the case. So let me give y'all that part of the context. He drew the case because they made changes overnight that were forging signatures in the system. So he withdrew it, and he has posted where things have been forged and were changed overnight. They tried to combine his case with Miss Coley, who was his godmother's case, and that was not how it was filed. He had an individual case, and Miss Coley had an individual case. So Ramir withdrew his so that there would be no confusion, which is why I see him coming back and being successful. It'll go in his way, but I do see him pulling his energy back once these things are resolved. It's almost as if he wants to be vindicated, and then he want to be done with everything. But let me just see. No, 50 Cent didn't. He posted today saying that wasn't true. He made sure he said he don't have nothing to do with that. He never met that boy in his life. He don't have anything to do with that. So, no, that's not true about 50 Cent. So, was Ramir paid off? That's the one we was in there. Was Ramir paid off? No, he is in his King of One energy. He's being a leader, a visionary. He's looking at the bigger picture. And then he got the Sun card, which talks about him being more, positive, and just knowing that all will be well in the end, pretty much. So, no, he wasn't paid off. So that's it for Ramir. We're going to keep that. That's the first thing for Ramir. Okay. Let's get into Desiree Perez's daughter's case. Because I'm going to be real with y'all. With Demory Hatley, right? With Demory. I read her case file. But what I'm not understanding is where the claims of abuse came from. Like, did they have previous abuse issues and the mom just made it go out of proportion, or did she just make up the whole abuse thing as a lie, period? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out where that part came from, because in some of the police reports they document seeing Demory having bruises. So I feel like that case is a little more confusing and chaotic, because they could be lying, but they put in her documents that they had pictures of the bruises. So I don't know, but let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Woo! Let's get started. Does Demory Hatley's husband, Javon Hatley, beat on Demory? I get a no. I gotta know. Clear as day. No. Okay? He don't beat on her, y'all. Is Demory Hatley crazy? She has a grandfather that ain't going. But no, she's not crazy. Um, and the way that the spirits gave me the card, they're saying that she just wants to be accepted by her mother. Okay. They say that she's ready to move on. Like basically she wants to get rid of all the issues between her and her mom. She doesn't want those issues. And she's not crazy. Let me pause this for a second. Because I want to say this, y'all. Hey, boo. I want to say this. Let me pause this for Demory. If y'all get in my comments one more time and say anything to me about Donald Trump, his bill, anything that got to do with Trump, I'm going to lose it. Let me tell you why. For one, if you're following the bill, it's been blocked. They're not interested in anything that Trump has to say. Y'all asked me to read Donald Trump. I didn't care to read him. I don't, and Miss Miracle Walker, this ain't even you, but I'm just glad you brought it up because I had somebody be weird to me on TikTok. So this ain't even got nothing to do with you. Don't even take it that way because I know you just asked them. But I had somebody argue me down in the comments. I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I don't care to talk about Trump. Trump like black people just as much as black people like black people. And let's leave that there. How about that? How about that? Now you go back and you sit down and you think about who hate black people more than black people. You got black folks leading you astray every day. But you don't say nothing about them. The Tamika Mallorys, the advocates. What's his name? The one, what was his name? The light skinned one that fell off the face of the earth like I told y'all his ass was. The light skinned one with the glasses, who we don't hear much from now these days. All these people leading you astray. Look at what people are accusing Jay-Z of doing to his own people. And y'all want to talk to me about Trump? Let's clean our house first. Let's clean our house of the black folks that don't want black folks to succeed. Let's clean our house first before we start worrying about Trump. Because that man over there sick, trying to get his life together. That's all I got to say. Everybody want to say something about Donald, but they don't want to talk about what's happening at their own front door. In my city, a 15-year-old boy was gunned down in his own house by some black kids. A 15-year-old boy, a kid, a baby. So if anybody hate us, it's us. It's us. It's us. Get you, that girl that killed her manager, what was she? Skin folk. And what was her manager? Skin folk. You can talk about police brutality. You can talk about Donald Trump bill. But it starts at home. The same things apply to your children. It starts at home. So if our house ain't clean, how the fuck is we gonna be talking about them people over there? Because guess what? Them folks, they rich, they building generational wealth. They ain't worried about our black asses, while our black asses over here working check to check, worried about they asses. Okay? So let's just not, not today. Not, I'm so sick of Donald Trump shit. I don't know what to say. And when I tell y'all, my aunt will say, people need to get out here and vote. We done got Donald Trump in office. We done, girl, clean up your back porch first. Who took out Mo 3? A black man. Who took out Young Dolph? A black man. Who took out Nipsey Hussle, a black man. Who ordered for Nipsey Hussle to be taken out? A black man. We hate us more than anybody else do. We shop black businesses just to give black business owners grief. But we, yes, a master to a white business owner. And don't get me wrong, because listen, sometimes shopping black be a little mess. But what we really could do is give our black business owners some sound advice without shading them, without telling them how to run their life. Hey, do you need some help? I may know somebody that can help you do this, this, and this, so the process won't be so long. And you, because you look tired and stressed out, sis, I want to alleviate some of that stress. That's what needs to be done in our community if we want to see change. We got to be the change. You see how white folks was celebrating Ozzy Osbourne's life, but guess who was in the comments bringing up the fact that that man passed when he was a drug addict and he had issues with his wife, a black person? Because a lot of black people don't have no couth. You know who think Cardi B wishing death on Offset is okay? Black women. Because we have no couth. So if you want to talk about Trump, we can talk about Trump, but we need to talk about us first. And it's just how I feel. And I had a lady in my comments saying he need to get out of office. He need to get out of office right now. Right now. Okay, but when Barack black ass was in there, what the fuck did he do for us? What you tell me what the fuck Barack did for us, except give us Obamacare, which don't get our elderly people nothing for real. If you know an elderly person that have Obamacare, you know that they motherfucking copay their medicines, none of that shit. That shit is some bullshit. Barack didn't do nothing with his black ass. But y'all celebrate him. Y'all so happy to see him and Michelle. They cosplayed black folks to get in that motherfucking White House when really they want to act like them. How many times do you see they black asses with us? Every time I turn around, Barack with them. Say what you want. Say what you want. Why is Barack going on a public platform and pushing the LGBT agenda? Why do our little black boys need to have a I gotta think of the right term, a queer mentor? Why do our little black boys have to have that? Why do they have to have that? Why can't they see a good black man like Nipsey Hussle, who changed his life for the better? Why can't we see that type of man mentoring our boys? Why are you not saying black kings, y'all need to get y'all life together and be in the home more? Why do we have to have a queer mentor when it is straight capable men that are emotionally intelligent, that can teach a young boy something? Why is he not condemning the mothers that play with the fathers that want to be fathers? Because they want to tear their households up because shit ain't going their way, or they want motherfucking public assistance. Now that's some shit for your ass. So if you got anybody to be checking around this motherfucker, you needs to be checking Barack. Because that's our black brother. And we got some very good examples. Young Jeezy, a good example. He changed his life. 2 Chainz, Killer Mike. We got some motherfucking brothers. Big Boy from Outkast. We got some brothers that could be mentors. Why do it have to be a queer man or woman? Why would he say that? Why would he say that? Because he told you in that moment he don't care about your kids. He pushing the agenda. Ain't nothing wrong with nobody liking the same sex. Ain't nothing wrong with nobody living their life. That ain't nothing wrong with nobody living their life. Because that's how you choose to live your life. We celebrate you. We love you. We accept you. But that is your sexual preference for your privacy. We got to bring back being more private with ourselves, because being gay or straight ain't nothing but a sexual preference, and that ain't none of our motherfucking business. That don't mean because you gay you got emotional intelligence, because if that's the case, do y'all remember that gay black guy couple where the man killed his boyfriend for no fucking reason and was on the fucking run? And they were black right here in Atlanta. They trying to fuck our kids up. They trying to distract you with the Donald Trump bullshit, and y'all believe in it. It's a distraction. So let's leave the Donald where the fuck he at, okay? We gonna pray for that man. That man ain't never personally did nothing to none of us. Okay, we ride around here with cheap gas because he putting belt to ass. Let that man do his job. Only he knows what going on in that White House. Only he knows what he's trying to put in place. They telling you, oh, he removed the Martin Luther King statue. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, because you can say whatever the fuck you want to say about Martin Luther King, but the truth is he wasn't clean as they make his legacy seem. What you think Martin Luther King is who Malcolm was. Do your research. I always thought that Malcolm X should be the one that is most celebrated. And if you read those FBI files that they released, you would know that. You would know that Malcolm X was clean as a whistle. They couldn't fuck with him. And he wanted us to kick ass if we had to. But guess who was fucking with them girls? Guess who was using his position to get them girls? That's why they wanted his ass. So anyway, let's get back into these motherfucking cases. Do your research. Do your motherfucking research. Okay? That's all I got to say. Leave the Donald where he at. Okay? The man's sick. Need a little help. Okay? Wishing the best. He married to a bitch that don't like him. He love black women. I told y'all that. Leave Donald alone. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay. Demory is not crazy. Her husband does not abuse her so far. That's what we've seen. Okay. What is Desiree's reason to Baker act Demory? What was Desiree Perez's reason to Baker act Demory? I got a few flying cards. Child, we might have to pay them a little money, child. Okay. So the first card that I got is the Three of Swords upside down. Okay. Um, which she has a lot of negative self talk when it comes to her daughter being with somebody. Um, she's very weary of him for whatever reason. She doesn't like him. And she doesn't want her daughter to repeat the same mistakes that she has. Okay? She doesn't want her daughter to make the same mistakes that she has. This has to do with her past and somebody that she gave a chance or something that she's seen involving a black man, and she doesn't want it to happen to her daughter. Her reasoning, hey, I'm not going to say it's not valid, but to go this far is insane. It's crazy. So basically what I'm getting from this is she wants to control her daughter. Okay? What will be the outcome of Demory's case against Desiree Perez and Rock Nation Spirit? Because I ain't gonna get too deep into this because this is some mother-daughter shit. And y'all know I'm like really, like I be deep in my thoughts about how I come across them in my readings. So, what's gonna be the outcome for Demory against Desiree? Woo! There's gonna be a lot of underhanded shit that goes on with this case. They will reach a resolution. I feel like it'll be mediation. Okay, Spirit. I feel like it'll be mediation, a lot of mediation. It's gonna be a lot of difficult decisions. She's gonna have to weigh her options. They are going to be definitely tied in this lawsuit. I see her losing money in this lawsuit, and her feeling isolated or very worried. But I get the Ace of Pentacles at the end, which speaks to her winning this case. So I feel Demory will win this case somewhat way. It may even look like she's not winning, but ultimately I feel that she's going to come out on the right side of the case. Okay? Let's do Meg the Stallion and Amelio. I just don't really like Meg the Stallion, y'all. I really don't. I'm just going to do like the outcome of the case. I don't even care about the facts of the case because we know what Amelio said is true. So we're just going to look at the outcome of Amelio's case. Spirit, how will Amelio's case against Meg the Stallion play out? Okay, y'all, hold on. Because I had a flying card. Amelio is very passionate. Very fearless, very passionate. I see him having a death in the family that is going to knock him off his pivot. I feel like he's not going to get what he wants, but he won't be blackballed anymore. Like, I don't know how much money he's suing for. I do get the Three of Cups that there'll be some type of celebration for the community that is like rallying for him. But I feel like there's going to be a death in his family that takes a toll on him. And we're not going to see a lot of the fight in this case. I'm not going to say he's not going to win this, but I'm going to say it's not going to be what he wants. Hello. It's not going to be what he wants. I feel like they may settle. I feel like they're going to settle. Okay, wait a minute. The spirit is asking me to take another look at this. There is going to be a death in his family that takes him by storm. I need to go on record saying that he will win. He will win his case. And I'll leave it at that. Even though the cards depict an uphill battle, he's going to win his case. It may be sealed. We may not hear a lot about it. It may get really, really ugly. But the spirits are saying he's going to win. I'm going to take it. He's going to win. Okay? Meg the Stallion and Malagro. Meg the Stallion and Malagro. What is Megan's real reason for suing Malagro? Now remember the other day, I gave y'all my opinion. So today, we gonna see. I had 2 flying cards. Let's get them. What does this say, y'all? That says divine masculine. What does that say, y'all? That says pride. What does that say, y'all? It says she's chasing something. But she's chasing something that's not there. A lot of it is ego and pride. A lot of it is because she feels like this is helping her grow. But a lot of it is ego and pride. Okay? How does Meg the Stallion feel about Malagro? I'm going to take one card because I feel like that doesn't matter. Damn, I got a flying card. It says distracted. She feels like Malagro is a distraction. Okay, distraction. She feels like Malagro delayed some type of progress. Malagro is a distraction to her. Doesn't like Malagro, okay? Brittany James, I did see what you said, and no, I'm not saying that I'm disregarding Martin because of his affairs, but what I'm saying is who we perceive Martin Luther King to be is who Malcolm X is, and I feel that way, and you don't have to feel that way. We can have a difference of opinion. It's cool. How does Malagro feel about Meg the Stallion? Malagro want her to go away. She's a pain in Malagro's ass. And this is teaching Malagro a lesson. Malagro, this is a lesson for you, girl. This is a lesson for you, girl. I'm scared to see how this case gonna turn out. Because, girl, when your spirits put you through a lesson, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is an awakening for Malagro. She will come out of this better, but I am scared to know what she gonna have to endure in order to get to the other side. It's a lesson for Malagro. Spirit, show me the outcome of Malagro and Meg the Stallion's case. Oh, it's gonna be ugly. It is gonna be ugly. So this is gonna be really, really ugly. A lot of things will be illusions. Like, there will be a lot of things that is going on the internet makes you feel like certain things are going a certain way, but it may not necessarily be going that way. I got the outcome being the Wheel of Fortune, meaning that this is like a life cycle or karmic cycle. So I feel like Malagro is going through a karmic cycle. This is a lesson for her. Okay. Malagro is going to lose a good bit of money to this. She's not going to lose her traction. This will actually push her brand to be more known. Okay, this is going to push her brand to be known. But this is the lesson in it for her, is to sometimes she has to back down. Not because what she's doing is wrong, but because if you feel that something is wrong, it is okay to advocate, but it is not okay to insinuate certain things about people without feeling that there won't be any consequences. Malagro's problem here is that she let the energy turn malicious. This got too personal for her, and now she's going to have to learn how to separate that she's gonna have to learn how to separate those things. Okay. I do feel like there will be a settlement. They will settle. I do feel that she will not be able to speak on Meg the Stallion anymore, even after this. And I feel like she's not even gonna want to. She's gonna be done with the situation. This is a lesson for Millie. I hate it. But I do feel that they will settle. Devin Thomas, I get that, but let me tell you where Malagro messed up at. Academic states his opinions all the time. I think Tory is innocent. You know, Meg is a liar. This, that, and the third. But where Malagro messed up at is the deep fake. That's the only place that she fucked up. Everything else she could say. She can say that. But the deep fake is what is going to fuck her up. Now, I know I can tell that Meg the Stallion ain't really winning this case because somebody took the transcripts from their discovery hearing and they were sealed. Who released those transcripts? And they only put out the part that Millie had got rid of WhatsApp and deleted like 20,000 messages. But so, she don't want y'all in her business. I feel like they're going to have to settle. And it'll be done quietly because Megan made so much noise that she had a case. But she does have a case against Malagro with that deep fake. Even though she did not retweet it, she encouraged others to view it, which makes it malicious. She was getting malicious. And that's where she fucked up at. I do feel like she will be okay. I don't feel like she's going to suffer from this at all. I feel like this is going to make her brand bigger. She'll be more known. Even if people don't like her, they're going to know her and they're going to tune in and it'll bring in more revenue for her. So that's it for all the Rock Nation cases. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to read Playing Megan right now. I definitely will record it and upload it in the next couple of days because these 4 readings was a lot. But I hope y'all enjoyed the cases for Rock Nation. I didn't put a lot of effort into Meg the Stallion because I don't really like her. So y'all know how it go. I'm gonna tell y'all what I personally think about Jackie, and then I gotta go. I ain't gonna delete it, boo. So let me tell y'all what I think about Jackie and Shani, okay? Chantel, okay? So I want to start with y'all saying this. I am a OG basketball wives watcher. I know for a fact that Chantel never had a problem with Jackie like this. This shit right here was so lit. I even watched them on the, was it Yana Fix My Life? Who was the therapist? I can't even remember, but it was like a family therapist. It was a therapist. And I know for a fact that she never had an issue with Jackie in that way. I know that to be fact. I don't know where this storyline came from, but to me, again, it speaks to Shani O'Neal not being shit. Because as a woman, Shani, why would you even let that storyline play out? Would you allow us to see you and your kids have a disagreement? Because I'm sure they don't think you're a perfect parent. But it makes me look at Shani O'Neal. I have not liked Shani ever since she did Tammy Roman the way she did Tammy. Telling Tammy, do not touch me. Like, really being ridiculously rude and disrespectful to Tammy. I haven't liked Shani since then. And she continues to show that she's a nasty, vile person. And for her to be a woman that is married to a man of God, I have questions. Because again, that's a figure showing that Christianity is not what they say it is. Chantel never had these problems with Jackie. Okay. The other daughter, Takari, I think it was Takari. She had the problems because she was a darker complexion. She felt like Jackie and Doug spoiled Chantel, more because she was light-skinned. She talked about how Chantel got to do all these glorious things with Jackie and Doug and how she didn't. She said that. I remember that clear as day. And Chantel sat and said, well, no, I get to do things with mom and them because this, that, and the third. So I don't get where she felt like Jackie did something to her. Maybe we missed a chapter. Because I know for a fact that this girl ain't have no issue with Jackie Christie. When she brought up the fact about Doug thinking about leaving Jackie, I didn't believe it for 2 seconds. Doug Christie loved that woman. And that, I feel, is Shani's problem. Because I feel like when she don't get her way with her mama, she try to overpower her with Doug. And Jackie and Doug are at an age now that shit don't work with them no more. If your mama said no, it's no. And if you're married or you've been with a man long term, you know how that shit go. When we get older and we ain't got time for the bullshit, look, hey, if the other parent said no, I'm saying no too. And I feel like because she cannot infiltrate their marriage behind the scenes, she tried to publicly embarrass her mother. That's exactly what I feel. Ramona Johnson, I know you might not hear me till we get to the end of the video. You said, so why won't these men like Big Boy help? Do you know what Big Boy do for his community? Do you know? Do you know the men that I named, what they do for their community? Do your research. Come back and talk to me. Anyway, like I said about Chantel, She was wrong. Jackie wasn't wrong. Jackie should have been smacked the shit out of her. Jackie should have been smacked the shit out of her. And I'm happy she did it. I'm happy she did it. And if y'all think that Jackie looks like the villain, then something is wrong with you. I'm not a person that say, oh, that's your mom and you got to do right by them because that's your mom. I'm not a person to say that. But what I am a person to say is you don't disrespect your mother or your father. And you definitely don't put your hands on them. Period. I wouldn't even think about hitting my mama. At all. At all. So I definitely think that that's she got what she deserves. Okay, so that's just my personal opinion. I will be up, baby, Tanisha. Okay, my mom would have made me touch every wall in the house, and I wouldn't have had no choice but to let her. Okay, I wouldn't have had no choice because that's my mama. That's my mom. Like, what the fuck? But I hope y'all enjoyed this. I gotta go. I done ran over my little babysitting time, but I did get them $5 extra. Okay, so I got to go because I gotta go get the boys. I love y'all, and yes, Erica, she was brave. But I love y'all. I had such a good time. I hope y'all enjoyed these readings. I'll continue to upload through the rest of the week. Mediumship readings are going really, really well. Please make sure you're submitting your loved ones' pictures. And if you have any questions when I connect to them. Also, if you are... you have a mid-year reading, if I have not got to you, please reach out to me. I will be switching back to the business phone next week, so I'll send out an email letting you guys know that I'm switching back to the business phone because people have been doing a lot with my personal phone. So that's that. I am not have I changed my number? No, I'm using my personal phone. Look on a platform again. I don't even want to give it out on here no more because people just been showing their asses. But Sean G, if you want to go on Instagram, it's on there. You can text the 420 number right now, the 864-420 number right now. I'm only doing 15 a month with the mediumship. So July is booked, but August I'll send out an email for the August slots for mediumship because I'm only doing 15 a month. But anyway, I love you guys. This has been a wonderful live. And I will speak with y'all soon.